It's 1:32 a.m. and I'm out of insulin and I need to check my blood sugar. Yay. Trusty no vlog. Let's see. This is exactly what I wanted to be doing at 2 in the morning. Oops, wrong button. I think I got sick. I don't want to be up right now. Good morning, everybody. Wow, it has really been a long time since I've talked to you guys. I'm feeling a pinch under the weather today. You kind of saw that last night. I think I got some kind of like little baby cold, and hopefully it just keeps it that way or else my blood sugars are gonna. So I'm gonna try to watch that today. And took a nice little shower. My mom always said, you know, when you're sick, nothing feels better than a nice hot shower to, you know, clear the airways. And a coat of mascara usually helps too. So I'm looking very disgusting right now. And let's change that, shall we? Much better. I still feel like crap, but at least I don't look like it. Hello. I really have missed like filming. It's been like a good 2 weeks since I've like really filmed something, and it's just, oh my gosh, like I've just been so busy. And there's been a lot of times like I've started it, but I started a video and I couldn't complete it because I didn't do anything else the rest of the day, like film anything the rest of the day, because I was so slammed. Life, you know. And now I'm feeling so sick. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do it. It's gonna make me feel like I'm doing something with my life. Because then at work, I just sit behind a desk all day and type, and I feel like I don't get to talk at all. So this is how I, you know, I have social interaction with people I don't know. And oh my gosh, I noticed that I have like 20 subscribers now, and I'm freaking the freak out. Thank you so much for subscribing. Like, just like last month, I only had like 3. So thank you so much. I really do appreciate it so much. So remember how earlier I said, you know, when I'm sick, my blood sugars go up? Yeah. I'm 279 at the moment. And last night when I went to bed, I was like 180 something. So I'm kind of upset about that. Are there any other diabetics out there, like, who are watching my videos or whatever this is, my channel, who that also happens to when they're sick? Because, yeah. But I'm not, like, contagious sick, so that's why I'm still going to work. But, you win some, you lose some. I can't afford not to go to work, so. But I will try to film. Oh, that's a good light note. I will try to film some more today. I have band practice and I have small group. So I'm going to try to film both of those for you guys today. Just to tag you along with my regular Wednesday. It's super fun. So I'm excited to show you guys. You gotta be kidding me. What the freak? 4:32? Seriously? let's see what it's beeping at me for. Hey, I'm slightly okay with that. I know 79 isn't an excellent number, but considering how high I've been all frickin' day, let's take a peeky at this. I'm okay with that. I'm gonna go eat something now, I think. I'm going to go inside and I'm gonna eat something. And I know I said I was gonna take you guys with me to go to practices today, but my head feels like it's going to explode. So I'm not gonna go do that. Secondly, I cannot tell if I'm sick or if it's allergies. I can never tell the difference between the two of them. But I've probably gone through enough tissue paper to like replenish a small bush. So we are not going to go to practice. I am going to make leftover roast beef. Was it roast beef? Yeah, like a pot roast with some homemade rolls, because that just sounds so good. And my mom doesn't live close by me, and she can't make me comfort food. But that's okay, because I'm an adult and I can do hard things. And I can't breathe. I think this nostril is probably like breathing properly. This one, not so much. They're like switching off today, and I've had it up to here. But also, there's something I've wanted to talk to you guys about, or just share, for the last 2 weeks. And so after dinner, I would like to share that with you guys. So I'm gonna go do that because I have a lot of things to say. It's about my insulin pump. A shocker, shocker. Like I said, I want to talk to you guys about my new insulin pump. And I've been on auto mode for 3 weeks now. Got put on the pump and everything on the 4th of October, and I love it. It's so awesome. Look how cute it is. Oh, it's hooked to me. Look how cute. I love it so much. No, it's honestly been so awesome. And I just want to tell you guys a few things that I really have enjoyed about this insulin pump. First things first, I just want to talk to you guys about a few of the features on this pump that I love since being on the 670G and being in auto mode, because it's so freaking cool. It is so awesome. Let's see, what's my favorite thing? With the 670G, like 630 and the 670, you can program your blood sugar to like what you want your alarm to go off when you're low and what you want it to go off as when you're high. It also comes with a continuous glucose monitor, CGM, and I used to be so opposed to the idea of a CGM because in my mind it was like, oh, it's like one more thing I have to like stab myself with, another thing to make me feel like a human pincushion, another thing that I have to worry about carrying around and trying to hide over my clothes, and I just didn't want to do it. As I've gotten older though, I've noticed that it actually helps out with a lot more, and I drop a lot at night, and since I live alone, nobody's really there to like wake me up and make sure I'm okay. I don't know why I drop all the time at night. Like I'm talking like low, like 50s, 40s, like that kind of low. And so the GCM, sorry, I have the sniffles. But the GCM has been super helpful because sometimes I'll feel low. So sometimes when I'll feel low and I'll check my blood sugar and it's 121, but then I can pull up my pump with the 630. I could do that, and I can still do it with the 670, which is great. But I could pull up the graph and actually see if the graph was going like downwards and you know how fast I'm going, because the GCM only tests your blood sugar like every 5 minutes. So if you're dropping faster than it can catch it, you know, so there'd be times where I'd feel low and I'd check my blood sugar and it'd say, you're 121. And I'm like, all right, well, it says I'm good, and go to bed and wake up like at 60. And I'm just terrified of having like a seizure in my sleep. I haven't had one thankfully yet, and I don't ever want to have one ever. I've seen those happen to people whose blood sugar drops, and I have no desire to have that. So when I found out I got to do the 630 to get the 670G, they said it came with a continuous glucose monitor. I'd kind of been thinking about it, and I love it. Hands down, the best thing for my diabetes. It's completely changed it. And then with the 670G, like, it's magnified the whole purpose of the CGM. So it's great. I totally love it. Suggest it to anybody. I used to hate it. I was totally opposed to getting a CGM, but I love it now, and I would recommend it to everybody. So with the CGM and these new insulin pumps, you program your blood sugar to where you want it to go off and alert you when it's going down. And I have mine set to 80. And then I think I have it to set to go off when it hits 250, because at that point I have to take more than like, I think like 3 or 4 units of insulin. And if I only have to take like one unit for like a correction, I won't do it. I don't want it, you know? It's like a waste of insulin. And I don't want to gain weight. So I know that's not why you should do it, but anyway. Well, let me just show you what that graph is. I think I can get it to work. Oh, okay, there we go. I don't think you can see it. So I dropped really low when I was in my car earlier, and it just kind of kept plummeting. So, and you can see that it was good and plummeted. So, but it alerts you. And with the 670G, which I've never had with any other pump, and this one, why it's so cool, it'll like shut off when it can sense that you're starting to go low and hit your target range. So it actually shuts off by itself before you even hit that low target range. And if it doesn't go up within the next 30 minutes and it keeps dropping, it's going to go off and let you know. And it turns back on after it's been suspended. And that was my worst thing. Like, I had the Paradigm, and when it was suspended delivery, it would go off and alert you, bells and whistles. The 630, it didn't do that. So I would forget that I had suspended it on a low, like it had shut off on a low, and I'd forget about it, and then my blood sugar just spike up, and then I had a high blood sugar, and then I'd have to correct, and then it would drop again, and it was just like, you guys, if you're diabetic and you're watching this, you know. So with this one, it'll turn back on after it's low, so I don't have to remember to do it because I always forget. So I think that's honestly one of my favorite features of it. Try to think of what else I like about it. I don't know, it's awesome. Oh, let me show you. So it still shows you, oh, I still have that on. So, oh, there you go. So this is probably all backwards, but who cares? It does this, and that means you're on auto mode, and that means it is, I don't know how to describe it. I'm not a textbook. I could read it from the textbook, but I don't want to find it. So, I'm going to show you my pump again. So, when you have this, come on, see all these purple dots up here? That's showing the insulin that's been, like, given. And so when you're in auto mode, it does that, and it gives you your insulin like throughout the day, so you stay level. I like to think of it as kind of like how Lantus would work, like my fast-acting insulin. And so, you know, it just kind of keeps you level all day. And my blood sugars, honestly, have been so freaking amazing the past 3 weeks. Like, the lowest numbers I've ever seen, ever. Like, it is so freaking cool. I love it so much. Uploading is not my favorite thing in the whole world. Like, when I say uploading, you upload all your blood sugars and your charts and everything for what this is telling you into the computer. And I don't have a computer, so that's why I hate doing it. But so your doctor can figure it out. So let me correct myself. I do have a computer. I gave it to my sister because I'm such a great, sibling. So I'm waiting for it to get back so then I can start uploading it. But I still think that'll kind of be a hassle because I have a really hard time of remembering to do those things. The one thing that I will say about this pump, you have to be so patient at first. My doctor said the same thing to me when I went for my training, and she's like, you guys have to be patient. It's gonna be hard at first, because your body is, for me anyway, I feel like my body is so used to spiking it all these times, and I have the new 670G, and it's trying to like keep it down. So my blood sugar is wanting to go up, and it's like trying to level me out, So the first week I was so exhausted, and it was beeping at me all the time, and like in the middle of the night, and just saying, well, you need a blood test, we need a blood test, we need a blood test. And I was like, I'm gonna kill somebody. I want to throw this pump jumped out the window because nobody likes to be woken up in the morning, especially me. But just be patient with it. Really let it actually work. You're going to see that number and you're going to want to, like a high number, and you're going to want to correct. You're going to want to give a correction. You're going to think it's not going down fast enough. I want it to go down faster. Don't give that extra insulin. Don't do it. You don't need it. Just trust in this. I was so sketched out to go to bed the first time I had this. I was like, I don't know if I trust this. Like, it's going to suspend by itself without me pushing a button and like babysitting it. She goes, and my doctor told me, you're not going to need to press the suspend button. It'll do it itself. And I was kind of, I don't know if I believe this. I don't trust technology. Self-driving cars, all that thing. I don't trust it. I slept great. And it's just so comforting to know I have this because I can actually sleep well at night without freaking out about what my blood sugar is going to be in the morning or what's it going to be in the afternoon. And I spike all the time in the afternoon, like just after lunch. I don't know what it is. And I've had like great numbers, and I freaking love my insulin pump. I love it so much. I love the continuous glucose monitor, just the way it all works together. It's a huge game changer. I'm being for real. It's so great. I don't know what else to say about it except that it's great. I don't really have any complaints about it. I feel like everything's been pretty accurate. My readings from my CGM and from my meter onto the pump, they all seem to be working together correctly. It's showing all the same numbers, or it's like within that same range. So I trust it. I trust Medtronic. I trust this insulin pump. I trust the hybrid loop. It's been awesome. Today's blood sugars have been a little crazy, but I think it's because I'm sick. And I also, as I'm just thinking about it now, I wasn't in auto mode. I was watching back some film that I did last night, and I never retested my blood sugar to activate auto mode. I just put in the new insulin. So that would explain why my blood sugar went up. To be in auto mode, like, there are a few things you have to do. Like, you have to calibrate, you have to test your blood sugar, and I feel like I test my blood sugar more now that I have the CGM than I did when I didn't have it. I'm not gonna lie, I was horrible at testing my blood sugars. Sometimes I'd be super good, get like 5 testings in a day, 3 testings in a day, and sometimes we're not gonna say how many tests I missed because sometimes my parents watch my YouTube videos sometimes. So I feel like I have I feel like I have better control on my diabetes management. I really feel like I'm actually in control of it, which is huge for any diabetic, type 1 or type 2. It's a huge thing. Third weekend, I don't really have any complaints. I don't mind testing. I don't mind the extra tests. I don't mind the extra finger poke. I don't mind the calibration, because it's better to know like it's actually working and it's needing me to do all that stuff than to me just be like wondering what's happening. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I'm also blonde, so I really enjoy it. I really, really like it. It's been great. And I really would suggest anybody to try it out if you want to, or just do your research. I did a ton of research on it because I was like, what's this new hybrid loop theory that they're talking about? This, special pump that acts like a pancreas, all that stuff. And try to stay up to date on everything that's going on. So really did my research on it. Really was like, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to continue treating my diabetes. And it's been great. No complaints. So I just kind of wanted to tell you guys those are my 2 favorite features. That was probably like really sporadic and really stupid. I apologize. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't feel good, but I wanted to film today. Yeah, I just love like that it actually functions like a pancreas. Like, I feel like I have less hands-on, but I have more control. Does that make sense? Like, I don't have to do so much. It's just a simple like press a button, check to see what my graph is, press the calibration sensor button. Like, it's so stinking simple. Like, when I go to eat, when I test my blood sugar, it goes straight to my meter screen. I click, is that the blood sugar I want? Yes. Do you want to calibrate? Yes. Do you want a bolus? Yes. Boom. Bada bing. Okay. Done. I love it. And I am totally in control. So I really do enjoy that. But yeah, I've been sleeping a lot better at night and talking to my parents about it. My parents were super excited because I can't even imagine what it'd be like to be a parent knowing that you have a child with type 1 diabetes and anything could happen in the middle of the night. I think for me, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to get this particular insulin pump, because that's where I'm the most nervous, is what's happening when I'm asleep for, 8, 9 hours. No one's here to watch me. Nobody's gonna know what happened to me. It's scary, and I don't want to live in fear like that. I want to know that I'm okay, and that the things I like, my supplies that I have, are going to actually do what they need to do. And I feel like that, and I feel like I can trust Medtronic, and I feel like I can trust this particular insulin pump. They've been so great. So I guess this has turned more into a testimonial, not really a review. But I just, maybe I'll probably try to do one of these in the future when I'm not so sick and my nose isn't so congested and so nasal sounding. And do a better review about it. And I guess go through all the technicalities on it. So we won't call this a review. We're going to call it a testimonial. How about that? A testimonial of auto mode. I like it. But anyway, I've missed filming for you guys, and I am going to do better. I promise, I promise, I promise. It's just been super crazy. But I have some great stuff lined up. Some videos that I want to do, especially for November, because November is my favorite month. Not only is it because fall is my favorite season, Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday, and not because you get to eat all the food. That's not why I like Thanksgiving. And 3, it is Diabetic Awareness Month. What are the chances that my favorite holiday and my favorite season would coincide with a disease that I have, and our awareness month is in November? What are the chances? So I have a lot of cool videos lined up to talk about diabetes, type 1 diabetes in particular, and I think it's going to be great. So I'm really excited for those. Yeah, I think I'm just going to end the video now because, yeah, I don't have anything else to say. And I'm going to go to bed. Want to take care of myself. That's, step 1 about being a type 1 diabetic. You got to take care of you. And that's what I'm going to try to do. So if you feel so inclined, please feel free to like this video, subscribe, press the little notification button wherever it's at, who knows, leave a comment. If you're on the 670G, what are your thoughts on it? What's your favorite feature? How long have you been in auto mode? I don't know. Let's start up a conversation. Yeah? Okay, I love you guys. Bye. Mwah.